Alright, so you asked for it. 100 subs in 28 days? 2,100 views in 28 days? 2,100 watch minutes? What? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? I don't know how to calculate that. So here's another video. Unfortunately, my screen recorder, is supposed to capture the system sound, as in like the stuff I'm playing, but it doesn't. So I'm going to try the best to go by others' requests and kind of go over what's in it. But I'll have to record it separately, but it shouldn't matter to you. You should be able to hear it, hopefully. So here we go. This is Elektronomia style. If you've heard of Elektronomia, I'll leave a link in the description or something, just so you can check him out if you haven't heard of him. But he makes some pretty great tunes. So we'll just get into it. So we start off with a pluck, a little choir, a downlifter, and that's how we start off with this. All right, so a pluck. Okay, that's an E. We got a crystal preset from Harmer that I got, and then there's a Nexus, a classical, just a classical ARP, and then in Silent, just some plucks. Okay, you can make a pluck out of whatever kind of sounds you want. Then we got a choir, which we just used Nexus. We went down to voice and classic choir 2. Here's what that sounds like. That's just going along with chords. I pretty much just, when I made the chords, I copied the chords and I made a choir with the chords. It's filtered right now, so, and you'll see these automations are pretty much filters most of the time, and volume. That's, yeah, volume and filter. That's the only okay. These are the intro chords. Okay, these are just some tropical chords I got. It's a bass, but they sound really chordy when you filter them up in the beginning of a song. So here's what they sound like. Beautiful. Wow, that's a great intro chord thing. Here's some intro bass. It's an ARP. Yeah, here you go. Just a sub, okay? Just so you got a little sub happening in your life. Okay, so here are the chords. Here are the chords. It's 3 layers. Silent. I think another silent. I think it's all silent. Nope. Okay. So these are just presets. You can find your chord presets. They just need to sound like big chords. Okay. Still filtered. You get it though. Beautiful. Next, we put some claps in there to act as a build, because I don't mind using snares for builds, but I prefer claps because they have a reverb on them. So downlifter, we got our lead in the background. Here's the money maker here or something. And for those who are curious, these are just, it's a super saw, another super saw. It's a lot of super sawing because they're really big. But I mean, you just gotta play around with sounds and presets that you get for Silent or whatever program you use. So, and here another plucks. I kind of just adjusted the plucks to everything, so it's the same pluck but just in a different, melody. So here we go, and then obviously you gotta have one of those impacts. Am I right? Bam. So, and then we got a reverse synth in E, so it sounds cool building up. You gotta add lots of samples, okay? I made my own snare build out of a snare. I'm not gonna play all that part because I only use this part, but here's what that sounds like. I thought that sounded pretty cool, but you know, whatever. Yeah. So then, regular chords. Yeah, you already heard those though. So here's the bass. It's just a it's a sub, another sub, and then I don't know. I just layered bass. Okay. Because you kind of want to have that that kind of distorted sound as well. And I've been using white noise, just like that. I've been using white noise in the background just because it leaves it so your sounds don't bleed through each other, and it just doesn't bleed through the mix, so it kind of keeps it all contained. Added a top loop. It's just some hats or rides. Hats and rides, fuck 'em. Okay, and then after that first lead, I kind of have it cut off, and I have it filter out, as you see. This is the chords, and that's the lead, or vice versa for the filters, and then they just go down. Then build back up. You gotta have one of these impacts. You must have one of these impacts. Okay, they're amazing. They make it sound 100% better, 10 times better, if that's how that works. And then it breaks down here with an uplifter, and then it filters out again. So all these are filtered, and then it's back to the plucks and the choir and the intro chords filtering up. Got some shaker loops back again, and the lead kind of is starting to filter up again. See that lead, how down it's filtered, because it's filtering up all the way to the second drop. So you got these shakers going. I have the shakers on a volume envelope, or on a volume automation, so they're kind of building up, so the shakers are getting louder. Yeah, so everything's just filtering back up. You gotta, oh geez, the cat's scratching at my door. That scared me. You sweep up, medium sweep, back into this. Which isn't the drop, because it's just got a little top loop. So this kind of builds into that, and then it filters back down to the build. Here, I'll let you listen. Okay. And then, Jesus! Okay, obviously, sorry, it was reverbing. I don't know if you heard that. But here's a little fill in between here. So this is what you want to do if you like to have a lot of fun with your melodies and you like to switch them up a lot. At the very last part, the very last portion, just go crazy with the melody. Just do something totally different. Not totally different, but I mean, you know. Jeez. Oh my god, that cat. The cat is like breaking down my door right now. So it goes blah 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 blah, and then it's just a third drop more or less right after the second one, and then it comes out back to the plucks and the choir. Okay, so an uplifter choir, then a little sweep down, and then it just fades out. So there you go. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering about mixing, it's pretty simple. I'll just go over the lead and whatnot. Okay, so all this has is a really tight kickstart. It has a mids kickstart, which is just really tight side chaining. And the filter and this EQ, which I just dropped. I dropped this a little, dropped the mids just a tiny. Like, and then I put up the highs a little bit. That's it! And then master, people wonder about masters. Lows, I just go up here, go to presets, clean master, and then see how that sounds, and then just adjust these pre-gains according to what I think is sounding nice and everything. So, and then a soft clipper, so it's not really clipping, obviously, because you don't want it to clip or else you hurt your ears, And then I always add these two EQs, the 30 hertz and 18 kilohertz cut, and then the 40 and 18 cut, because I don't know, I feel like it cuts off frequencies that you don't need to be hearing. Anyways, or I don't know, okay, and then a limiter, which is just a limiter. I turn up the gain to like 1, usually, just so you can get a little louder. Get as loud as you can, without it sounding bad. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I just play around with that. I put reverbs on a lot of things, like chords and whatnot, and then sometimes I play around. I put filters on snares or claps or something, but that's about it. That's how you do that. Now I'll let you listen. Cause I only did that because a lot of people wanted me to go over what everything was, so I hope that helped. Oh Jesus, I deleted something. I hope that helped. And subscribe for more. I really appreciate all the support and positive feedback on the last video, even if it didn't seem like future bass. I don't know, they're big chords. I don't know. Here you go though. You can listen, you can download in the description. Thank you very much for watching and supporting. Subscribe for more, leave a like if you enjoyed, and here's the thing for you to listen to. Thanks.